Hi, welcome to my channel. This video is about what I consider calling what really matters and what are we really chasing as we go through life and what is it costing us while we're chasing that award or trophy or whatever it might be. I'm going to put this down as three different awards that you chase after in your life, and in my opinion the third one is the most important one. It's a personal one, but I think it's the most important one. But we're going to start out with an award or trophy number one. And I think those are the ones that we chase after in our job. We want a different position at work. We want a higher position, of course. We want recognition, and we want to spend a lot of hard work, and we want to be the next CEO, or we want to be the salesman of the month or the salesman of the year. And, we want to be the employee of the month. Those things are wonderful, and being acknowledged for your accomplishments are also wonderful and your hard work. But sometimes going after those is going to cost you something, and you're going to realize that down the road when it's time for retirement, and you're like, okay, what did I do with all those years? And I think what it is you get so busy wanting to be that next person in line for the CEO position or whatever it might be, that you don't realize what it's costing you. It could cost you lots of family time, dinners that you're not going to be home to at night, birthday parties that you might have to miss, sports events with your kids that you might have to miss, had to postpone a vacation because there was a special meeting coming up. These things all take its toll, take its toll on your family, and you have to stop and think, okay, is this worth it, or can I slow down and maybe go at this at a slower pace? Or I need to really stop and think about this, because I've seen it happen. I've seen people just go after one position after another to get up that ladder, and then they got up there and they're not happy. It's like, well, this really isn't what I thought. And I didn't get to go to my daughter's birthday a couple of years ago, and I didn't get to go to my son's sporting event. And all of a sudden it hits you. It's like, wow, was all this worth it? So I think sometimes we just need to sit back and stop and think, whatever we're chasing, slow down and realize what it is before you continue on at the pace you're at. And number two, I think number two is the the sporting trophies that they want to dish out. Okay, they're fine. Everybody loves the Super Bowl. Everybody loves the World Series. We like to watch the Olympians, and we like all this. But you start out young. You train, and you train, and you train, and you train. And for your football, you start out in high school, then you go to college, then you go to pro. So it takes a lot of years to accomplish this. And I think that's wonderful. And I think that's something that depends on the individual person. And I think that can also be done at a very fast pace, or it can be done at a pace that maybe you need to slow down and kind of smell the roses on the way. Because that's another position. And you're going to have to, at the end, because you're going to probably be, maybe when you're 40 or 45 years old, that might be older, I'm not sure, but that it's going to come to an end. Your fame might continue on for a while, but that position will come to an end. And you will be left with, what did I miss? Did I miss anything? Was it worth it? Uh, did it destroy my marriage? Did the fame go to my head? Um, Was there a cost to this to get to where I am? And a lot of times the answer is going to be probably. And then sometimes, like I said, it depends on how you went about getting that position, how you went about trying to be the best player, or along the way, were you still a very loving husband? Were you still there when your children needed you? And those things are going to matter. I did know a couple of people that were pro, not real famous, but they were pro. And I asked them about that, and they said, it's it's something that you think about later and you don't realize what you did give up. So you have to decide, was it worth it? And that's totally an individual decision, whether it was or not. I know some people that got trophies when they were in college, and you ask them where their trophy is, and they say, I don't know, don't even know where it's at. It's probably in a box somewhere. So, they went through all that and trained or whatever, and it was fun at the time, but just don't know what it was worth at the end. So, and another thing, I think that we're giving out all these awards, and we have all these, of course, you get a diploma and all that when you graduate. But now, it seems that everything just every day is just nothing is extremely important like it used to be. Now you get a diploma and wear a cap and gown when you graduate from kindergarten. That one really blows me away. When I first heard this, I thought, "Are you kidding me?" We were so excited when we got to graduate from high school. Got to wear a cap and gown. Get to go to our first prom when we was a junior in high school. It's like, wow. Now it's just, yeah. Heard somebody say the other day, grandparent, I'm going to my grandson's graduation. So, oh, where did he go to high school? Oh, no, he's graduating from kindergarten. I'm like, okay. Kind of weird to me, but this is the world we live in. But now I want to go to number 3. And before I do, I would really appreciate it. My name is Sharon, and I thank you for coming to this channel. I really, really would appreciate any comments that you might have on this subject, because I wonder sometimes when I think about these things, does anybody agree with what I'm even saying? So I appreciate comments. Okay, number 3 to me is the most important one. And I really think that one is something that I would like to read. I don't want to mess this up. So number 3 is, one day, every one of us is going to come to the end of our time here. And when that day comes, I believe that I'm going to stand before my Maker. And I hope I hear the words from Matthew 25:23 from the New King James Version Bible, that he says, well done, good and faithful servant. You have been faithful over a few things, and I will make you ruler over many. Enter into the joy of your Lord. I pray that I've lived the kind of life that deserves that when the time comes. I haven't been perfect, that's absolutely for sure. But I just think that's the most important award that we should be chasing. And that's just like I said, those are all my opinions. I really would like to hear what you have to say. And subscribe to my channel would really be awesome. I'd appreciate that also. So, for now, that's the end of this video. But as always, I promise you a joke of the day. So my joke of the day is, what starts with an E, ends with an E, and has one letter in it? It's an envelope. I hope that made you smile. Hope it made you laugh. So I appreciate you being here, and come back and see me. Thank you. Have a great day.